Okay, guys, what is up? We are back for Top 16 at the Dragon Ball Super Card Game celebrations here in beautiful sunny Orlando, Florida.
My goodness, it is great to be back. It is the start of a new day.
It's the same day. I know we've been here long enough. 2 Zeno in life. That's the smallest Zeno picture I've seen, and I still know that's Zeno. That's unfortunate for Justin. Anyway, on the left, we have Dahan Hardesty, member of G Sports, one of the, if not the best Janemba players in the world. We've talked about it. This guy has made top cut in every pro play tour he's attended.
Best known.
With Janemba. Got second on the first one, first on the second one, and he's about ready to see what kind of combination of those numbers he can get for the third one.
Hey, yo, chap, just to keep everybody here sane, because we've been on a long day, it's Top 16. You're going to see Janemba. Let's just not type about it.
Also, I forgot to say, guys, don't forget that the Top 16 brought to you by Taco Bell. Hashtag drop the taco.
And judge.
Yeah. Or just drop the taco and get the players for the match.
You're going to see Brawleys. You're going to see Janembas. All right?
Right.
You're going to see Hirudegarns.
You're going to see all kinds of stuff.
That might be the only 3 in top as of
Absolutely.
Who knows?
Justin Traver on the right. Not familiar with this player, but a Hirudegarn player, which is really cool. This build can be a lot of different things. It can be blue-red aggro, which it tends to look like it is. But also be, mono blue, blue-black aggro, mono blue. We've seen tons of different versions of Hirudegarn, like we talked about yesterday. Hirudegarn, just a pretty good leader.
I happen to know Justin. He's from my locals, actually. Pretty good players. Been around the game for a while, since the beginning. Took a break after Mecha format and then came back sometime getting into Miraculous Revival.
Oh, you know Justin?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so he's from Tampa area?
Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah, he's
okay,
right
straight
here.
from Orlando. Okay.
Our locals is
I'm actually
not
jealous.
even 20
Whenever
minutes from
someone
here.
says I'm from Orlando, I'm like, you don't have to drive home?
Nope, never.
Don't like that. I want to make a
Oh, wait, it's red, blue, Hyrule? He might win this.
I want to make a proposal that every single Dragon Ball event be in just the middle of the desert, so everyone has to travel a long ways to get there.
Every event should be somewhere in Arkansas.
Yes, it's somewhere.
Or no, Oklahoma. That's like dead center.
Right.
How do you know the best since there is no world championship yet? I see you, the best in the world. Yeah, I get it. We did say that.
Yeah, we said one of the best. One of the best in the world. My opinion, the best. Result-wise.
But there's no world championship is what they're saying.
Yeah, there's no world championship. Sure.
Interesting choice. He's I guess it makes sense. He's getting rid of the pseudo combos. He's like, but I mean, he might be making the mistake of assuming he doesn't know Dahan. He doesn't know that Dahan sees that and goes, "Oh, you worried about me milling you? Bet aggro? Now all your super combos are gone." That might be the play we see Dahan go here. Justin's walking right into Dahan's trap. You never play Dahan's game. Don't play. Just play. Actually, you know what? Just start swinging at him. I think that's the problem. They're overthinking it. Just start swinging.
Boom.
Combos.
There it is. Dahan's build, we talked a little bit about it when he played during Swiss. He basically runs a hybrid Janemba build where he runs a little bit more aggression than normal Janemba players, but he also keeps the same defense as well. You can talk. What's up?
Oh, I need the deck list. I just need
okay.
Carl wants to get him a scan.
Yep, sure.
Put him on
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
shout outs to everyone watching. You doing it big.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, okay. Turn 3 scientist foo. That's how we do things.
Yep, Scientist Sue coming in, draw him 2 cards. Anyway, like I was saying, Dahan, aggressive build. He runs, kind of pseudo-aggressive and defensive. Tailor his style based on what deck he's playing. So obviously he's against Hirudegarn, so he wants to play defensive.
3 damage in that turn, by the way.
Not a big deal.
Not bad. Not bad, Justin.
Right, and then his sideboard, which was just taken away from us, but I'm assuming he has a way to amplify one of those strategies depending on what he's playing against.
I'm going to attempt to make use of the sideboard cam properly during this now that we have all the deck lists. So I will actually type out people's sideboard.
Right.
Here. I'll do it in studio mode, so you'll have to be the one commentating while I type all that out.
That's I'm
But
usually
gonna
the
do
one
my best.
commentating. So that's fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, it's fine. Absolutely. Here comes Janemba coming in with that Sensubin attack.
Swinging at the cabbage. Trying to ruin Justin's farm.
I cannot tell Roche to set up because he's not here anymore. I will never tell that man to do anything because he's a champion. See how aggressive this is? Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's on the floor
This
already.
little Kai comes in, gives the leader.
But a huge hand for Justin.
Oh, absolutely. One thing Hirudegarn's really good at is drawing them cards. That's the noise for drawing.
I was like, if you didn't say drawing them cards, you could have left that open for interpretation.
I could have.
Oh, boy.
I could have, but this is not going to be one of those shows.
Oh, yeah, foreseeing hit coming in hot. Just hand it over.
Yeah, Dan's like, here, you can borrow my book, but give it back, please.
Wow, lots of super combos. 2 negates, 2 sensus.
Do you think this is maybe a little early for the seeing hit?
Absolutely not. Hand knowledge is
You don't
never
think
too
so?
early.
Okay.
You have a team that plays a Dende deck. They look at your hand turn 2.
Yeah, but then we continue to do it over and over again, right? But
I
this
mean,
seeing
yeah.
hits, like you have,
Once
it has a finite amount of times you can do it. There's a lot of really cool plays you can do.
But also thinking of it, I mean, Janemba at this stage in the game is, this is where he wants to start making his plays. So when you take his plays out of his hand, he starts to just start charging and passing. Charge, swing, pass. The more you can make Janemba do that, the more that gives you time to start doing bigger plays. Janemba's a combo piece deck, and forcing hit says, I'm taking out your combo pieces.
I'll tell you what, Justice being very aggressive on draws here. Being
he's
very,
probably
very
been
aggressive.
playing Janemba all freaking day.
That's true. I mean,
so
I'm not saying that's correct or incorrect. I'm just saying I'm making an observation that he is drawing a lot of cards. And it can be very scary when you're against Janemba, but taking 2 of his, well, I'm not going to say 2. It looks like it was a Vegito. If I can see the bottom right corner, that looks like the hand coming out, and the top is the Demon Sword. So taking 1 of his mill pieces could be enough.
I honestly think you dropped 3 super combos here. You dropped 3 super combos, right? Check me out. You dropped 3 super combos. You're searching for another hit. You have 3 sensus in hand. You restand everything, and you go for another forcing hit.
Ooh, that could be good.
I might be the greatest.
Let's see it.
Yeah. Okay, what seems to be the...
Oh, Borgos.
Oh, misplay.
Uh-huh. So now he blew up his blue, and he can't restand it.
Don't you get to choose, though?
Yeah, the opponent gets
The opponent gets to choose? Got it. That's exactly what the play was going to be. But Borgos. That's going to hurt.
Well, Borgos coming in. Look
That's
at that,
going to
man.
hurt. I mean, I would have run into that. I just verbally said it and
Yeah.
didn't even think. But then look what he had to use. 3 super combos to get out of that because that's all he has. That's why forcing hit's powerful.
Right.
He wouldn't have had to do that.
True. Absolutely.
And he's going to have to charge another blue, which will likely end up being a sensu.
Yeah, that's a tough one, guys. That's a tough one. But that's okay. Dehan going to pick up his turn here. We're going to switch over to the left player cam to get a bird's eye view of the beautiful and talented Dehan. Hard to see if I can get my friend over here to click it. Thank you. There he is. G Sports Entertainment. Great group of guys. Met their owner, if you will, today or this week. Great dude.
Raging Spirit Sun Gohan coming into play. Attacking into the Gohan.
Dehan, man, just relentless. Relentless with the damage.
Parallel foil Borgos has camo. That's what it was. It blended into the mat. Right on Frieza's head. That was strategic. Just saying. All right, going for the childish play. The thing is, he maximizes all his battle cards. That's what really makes it, a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, that is the thing about these Demon Swords and stuff. It's not like they don't do anything. Like, it'd be different if they came in and played with like little 5Ks,
Right.
What's that, but they don't. They come in, they're huge threats for very little. They also remove something.
Mm-hmm.
They can attack into something. They can, they have critical. It's just, they're just so good. They're such good cards.
I think what's interesting about Justin is he seems like he's not besides the charging the pseudo combos, which I don't think is really more of a I'm trying to avoid mill. I think he's just like I can establish red energy and not mill out as fast. It's more about the energy, right? Well, now that I don't want to use these as much, this is almost my free energy, and I don't have to waste my other battle cards that I want at 4. So I think Justin's just kind of running face first into Janemba's mill and just like I'm just gonna play my game. I need it. When I want to draw cards, I'm going to draw cards.
Absolutely. All right, both players are at 4 life here. Another forcing hit. I tell you what, almost every card in Justin's life there is pretty freaking awesome. And on Dehan's side, also very good cards and energy here. I'm not sure what side Dehan will pick up, but it looks like he'll go super combo, dimension, which can be very clutch in the last few turns of the game here. But if he picks that for the right side, he'll get the double strike card, which still can be good, as aggressive as he's trying to be.
Right.
Into dimension. Either way, he's in 2 dimensions in a row, and that's going to be very powerful. Justin also trying to find
I'm going to have to charge a
blue
blue of some sort. Yeah. I'd say at this point you just charge the other super combo. It's too much. We're too far in the game at this point. Deck's looking thin. I'd rather use one of the Gokus and draw 1 as opposed to 2 like my super combo does. So I'd say charge your super combo. Interesting. Going for the Sensu. I guess with the Borgo still on field, that might also be the better
I
call.
think something that Justin could do here. I don't know if he has it in the deck. Maybe he has it in the sideboard. But Chain Zeno wouldn't be too bad in this deck. You know?
For some reason, I thought he did have Zeno, but maybe he doesn't.
You just. Wow. We actually saw one in the life, didn't we? Actually. Remember?
Yeah.
It was 2 in the life, actually.
Yeah. It's Chain Zeno. He has it.
Yeah.
You don't play like a red deck without it.
I don't see.
The Zenos are over here.
Yeah, but where are they at? I don't see them in his hand.
Oh, they're just. It's probably just hard to see. They're probably covered up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, because actually right now what could be really good is if he just chains Zenos and just shuffles his entire hand back in those decks. That'll buy him a lot of time. Please play Zeno right after that.
You were
Make
saying?
me look like the biggest idiot in the world.
You were
Thank you.
saying?
All right, Justin. Appreciate you.
He also gets to put a lot of that fat hand back in the deck.
Yeah, it's actually a great play, actually. That's why I was thinking of. I was like, man, what could get him back in this game? And I was like, oh, shuffling his whole hand back in this deck. Because he does the same thing to Daehan, and, Daehan loses a lot of that defensive power. It's
Combo
actually
piece
extremely
interruption
good.
again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Daehan could open up 4 Awakening Talent Pans.
Oh, right. One Zeno was popped by Borgos. You're right. Or Borgos. You're right. Absolutely.
That was his energy, right?
Yep.
You're absolutely right, sir.
I was like, I thought, like, yeah, obviously tap feels bad, especially when at 4 life, but
I think
he still gets to draw off the leader, which is pretty good.
And he gets to interrupt the hand again.
Yep. So that actually is pretty good against the defensive deck.
Yeah.
No. Sensu's in the energy there, guys. Okay, what card's coming out here?
He's comboing.
Yep. Combo of Trunks. 20K. He wasn't sure. It was a slow roll to figure out what card was coming out there, but he chose the Trunks.
Yep. Daehan going down to 3.
I wonder why he wanted the combo there. Maybe he just wanted to give him the 3. Is this a triple attack? Why can't I say that? In his hand or something? Well, it doesn't seem that important.
I feel like, well, actually, I don't know if he does. I was going to say, I feel like he has a Dimension Magic, but he top decked everything. I don't think he does. He has a Mafuba, though.
Man, this dimension off of Daehan's life is going to be miserable for Justin to get through. He's going to have to single strike and the double strike, I think.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons why I do that, right? I mean, going back to Gen Con, I had a situation where I had this guy beat, right? I think it was game 3. And I was forced to swing to give him an extra card. I wish I didn't have to because I didn't have like a double striker or whatever, or the triple striker.
Right.
And literally, he said the last life I gave him was the negate that got him the game. He was like, yeah. He was like, I literally picked this up off the life. He was like, you had that 100%. So these are the moments where you have to make that decision to try to deny them as many cards in the life as possible. He's going to have to take this crit. This is unfortunate, especially when you have something like Kaba in hand. So milling 2 more, Dimension Magic, and a Chain Attack, which is fine because I think all his Zenos are gone. So unless he wanted to do Chain Attack into something else, which I think this particular deck doesn't have a lot of other Chain Attack targets besides Digging Deep Vegeta.
Right. Daehan with 3 energy open. That's plenty of energy.
Pretty sure this is Justin's last turn.
Yeah, and I can't see from what's in Daehan's hand and life and his leader negate still up that I just can't imagine Daehan's defenses
This
being
actually
broken.
just turned into a pretty decent turn for Justin now. He drew into Banish or Fu. He has Kaba in hand, and he has a double strike card. So for 3 energy, he could threaten three double strikers, essentially.
Okay.
He really wants to...
Yeah, he has
he drew the Unyielding.
He can't play Fu, though.
The one of Unyielding.
He can't play Fu. He dies. It kills him. Draws 2 cards and dies.
No, Banisher, not Scientist.
Banisher Fu. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a card. I feel like if that Dende
Also has
deck keeps
Cabo, which is another double striker.
and another card off life, which might be the Sensu, which restands again,
All right.
or the Foreseeing Hit, which would be huge.
Yeah, forcing hit would be really good, but he has to get through this right here first.
I
If
think he's leaving at
takes hit,
30K.
3 double strikers is not enough to get through the negates. Dimension, Janemba. He would have to attack 4 times with double strikers, and Dehan would have to. I just can't see how he gets through this.
Well, that's why he was trying to do the single strike here. The single strike would have just given him 1 dimension, and then
Sure, but that's true.
and then everything would have been threatening the other dimension out of the game.
I would imagine Dehan would sparking just to get the last card.
Now this is what's tough.
But,
I think he just drew another Sensu though, which is kind of nice. Yep. Getting closer and closer to.
Yeah, Justin has to be careful here with his energy. He doesn't want to.
I think he loses here either way. Yeah. I wouldn't have done that. I would have rather done the Gohan. I didn't want to, because if you reveal that you have a double strike card in your hand and use it on Kaba, I feel like that would tell me that you have another double striker.
Oh, absolutely. Right. It's like you absolutely have that.
But I guess.
Oh, it's absolutely. Yeah, guys, it was game as soon as that first single strike attack failed.
Yeah.
But Justin doesn't know that, and neither does Dehan,
Mm-hmm.
because they don't know what's in Dehan's life. So, but as soon as Dehan picks up those 2 negates, it's going to be rough. And still has a leader negate, too.
This is actually not a bad play either.
Yeah, try to get that 1 card down. That could be the key of doing this, but then he still has to find a way to attack twice
Dehan has
more.
what, 3 cards in hand? Pseudo combo. He needs to. Justin needs to. Yeah. No negates. Combo something. Combo the Gohan. Wait, what?
Oh, he leader negated it. That's what happened
Freaking leader negate,
there.
man.
It's good. Good move. Good move.
He simply just overlooked. He got so caught up in his plan. It was one of the, he got excited about the plan. Just as I was excited about the plan, like, oh my God, he can Foreseeing Hit again. That could get him the game. He got so focused on the goal,
you think
he forgot about the obstacles that he needed to jump to get there.
Sure. So you think he saw that? He saw his hand,
Mm-hmm.
and he saw the line.
Yep.
He was like, and he's like, okay, well, let me Foreseeing Hit. Foreseeing Hit. Looked at his hand. Was like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did it.
Yeah.
And then Dehan's like, yeah, Borgos. And he's like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Because he saw 3 super combos in his hand, correct? And Justin had 3 super combos of his own. Well, Hirudegarn's going to draw 2 off of his super combo.
Right.
So he can start getting rid of all those extra cards in hand, and then he knows he can out-combo Dehan.
Okay.
So I just feel like he got too set on the goal and overlooked the Borgos.
Okay. I think it's fair.
But yeah, honestly, just move forward. What's done is done, and you still have 2 more games. Don't think you have 1 more game. You have 2 more games. You know, you're going to win this one. You know what you did right. Do that, and just don't make that same mistake. It sounds ridiculously simple because it is. When you psych yourself out, that's when you start doing some crazy stuff.
Man, I'm thinking how much the meta changes next set, and it's so exciting.
People were saying that, was it Janemba or no? Yellow Broly dies next set. Set 6.
I can see that. I think the next set gets very defensive, but defensive in an interactive and like fun way instead of a defensive and just like a
like not fun way, like Red Frieza Lockdown.
I mean, I don't think I don't know. I just don't think that deck's good. I can't see where that.
Have you played it?
Have I played? I've seen it played. I haven't played it, but I've seen the list. I mean, think about it. How many decks have we seen that are like amazing, great, fantastic decks?
No, but time out.
Okay.
Have you seen the list or have you played it?
No, I've seen the list being played.
Okay,
but I haven't.
and
I haven't played it.
I feel like I didn't feel the power of that deck until I played it, and I went, I've never felt safer in my life, and this is actually dumb. Like that's why I feel the way I feel about that
Until
deck.
someone sits down across from you and goes, "Hi, I have Shigesh in my deck," and you're like, "Well, I guess
I mean, that's a simple fix, though, right? Cronoa goes in any deck.
oh, you can't run Crow in that deck because you can't run.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Well,
so you're just
still.
like, well,
Yeah, but then the 3-drop says that they can't play anything that's 4 or less. So you Shugeshing 5 and up Saiyans?
it costs 3 energy to play that. You're dead. And they actually have to have played 3 energy to play it. So if they stay at 2 energy, they can never.
True, but then you have the red negate. Is that all you got? Negate the attack, minus 15 to 2 cards. In that deck, that's KOs.
Right.
So there you go. That's the answer. 1 negate would stop an entire swap force. They could swap and drop 3 different cards. Swing with 1, negate, the other 2 are dead. Your turn is done. I just negated the 1 attacker you're keeping and minus 15 the other 2. That's what that deck gets around. It's the other cards, the negates. And then they also run Transcendent Strike. You just tap 1, kill whatever else you left on board. You can get to turn 3.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is your opponent can stay at 2 energy because both players have to have 3 energy for that.
Oh,
negate that.
yeah, of course.
Since they have Shigesh, they can get around the need
But then at that point, I mean, you're kind of just you're hurting yourself, I feel like.
No, because you have Shigesh. Shigesh Goku on tap 2, attacking.
Right.
He has barrier, you can't hurt him.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Thank you for letting me use your deck, sir.
Seeing here another early Scientist Fu, which is what I said was really good in the last game. And we're not seeing a Borgos on board, so maybe the next turn 4, if Justin's hand looks anything like it used to be. Referee says okay, nowhere near competitive. I don't know. We'll see.
I love this card. Ooh, Daehan. Love it. I love this freaking Goku card because this is one of those cards where I feel like we saw it and we're like, goodbye, Storm. Nice knowing you. And then they changed Storm. People are like, wait, what? Why is this card around? It's never going to see play now.
So many
and we
and
have seen it so much. It's amazing. Especially when Justin seems to be his main way to awaken is with these one-cost like Kabas. And it's going to be really tough.
Which is right in his hand. We can see it right now.
Yep. They got that card. I mean, he can use it. He can, play it out.
Now
That's
he has
all
to do
great.
another Digging Deep in order to take a life.
Right. Dignity, though, very powerful card.
Which is in his hand. He can awaken.
Absolutely.
But this hand would have been a forcing hit, and now it's a Digging Deep. Or a chain attack into Digging Deep.
Probably, yep. Let's see what Justin decides to do.
I say he goes Digging Deep because you could attack Goku striving to be the best with chain attack, and then Digging Deep and still awaken. I think it's a powerful swing. Going for the Zeno, though. Interesting. Early Zeno. What do you think? Do you think he should have? I think he should have chain attack swung at the Goku, striving to be the best. I think that's one thing people forget about chain attack. It can attack active cards.
Yeah.
20K to 5K. That's huge.
It can. It absolutely can. 20K into that Goku. I don't think Daehan would stop it.
No.
Maybe. I don't know if he has a negate in hand. I can't see his hand very well. Maybe he would just negate it just to, because negating that stops that from dying and reduces you 2 energy to further defend your turn. But I don't know. I think we talked a little bit on.
Oh, is it 10K? Even then, I would have comboed a 5K for it.
What, the Goku?
The Goku, yeah.
Yeah, it's 10K.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 5 for some reason.
Oh, we thought it was 5K? But either way, like we talked a little bit about this on a podcast I had with the judges where we said, what are the top 5 misplays? And I think like 2 of them said that not necessarily a misplay, but something they forget is that chain attack has attack active battle cards.
Yeah.
It's just so many times we played chain attack and he just disappears back into your deck, and so you just never actually, think about how many times you've played chain attack and how many times you've attacked with them.
Right.
I bet the playing completely outweighs the other one.
But now he does regain access to things like Kaba and whatnot, so pretty nice.
Pretty good. 15K. 7-drop 15K. I remember when this card came out right here. Zeno, set 2, and we were like, what is this guy?
We thought it was crazy
I'm
when Danny tapped 7 for it in Soul Striker, and you're like, what? You know what I mean? Like,
yep. It's like, what does this guy do? Get him out of here. I'll never see play.
And then set 3 comes around.
That's why you never say that.
Nope.
You never hear me say it.
I think I might have said it yesterday or something like that, but I'm going to say it right now on stream in case I didn't. I think
you said this today. That Broly will be the most competitive deck coming in.
No. I think that there will be a time where Namekians will be God tier.
Oh, you did say that yesterday. You did tell me that. Yep.
I honestly do think. It's one of those things where they have so many random good cards and they synergize with each other so well, there's just something missing. If at any point Bandai releases that something, we're in trouble. Combine that with Wish Leaders or whatever the case, we're in trouble.
You think?
Yeah. And I'll say it now. Because you took green, which is still struggling, and you moved the Namekians to yellow, which has all the best defensive cards. You combine that with the synergy of the green Namekians, Namekian Mist is a boss monster, that's for sure.
I'm sure, but
a good boss monster.
That's what I love though about this game, or just card games in general. Though I'm sure if you went and told somebody, you know what, as soon as Dende came out, you know what, I bet you Danny Hype will have not lost a game, and I think he's won 14 straight games,
right?
Something like that, in competitive play, 14, 18, something like that, straight games. With Dende, yeah, I probably would have laughed right in your face.
Yeah. It's just you gotta have like foresight. You gotta understand the game. You gotta understand what there's so many random cards that I've called and people are like, nah, it won't be that good. Triple Flash. I said it earlier. Showed up at Gen Con with SS3 GT. I could have went with totally 3 different other Red Blue builds that were way better. Still topped. Why? Because no one it was a negate format. Everyone was like, Mafuba was huge at that point, right?
Mhm.
And Triple H said, yeah, you can't negate me. Sick. And I can drop it like turn 3 with 2 or 3 free pans that are like, here, +5. And I'm like, 60K triple strike can't do anything? Oh, okay, cool. Because they just don't think about certain cards. And even now, Brawly DT, they're not even making use of the counter effect because they can't. And it's still just a huge body. You know, early turn 2 or 3. Triple strike, 60K, 40, 50K. What are you going to do? Oh, you negated it? Cool. Swing again? Because of Brawly effect? You just have to look at the format. You know, that's why a lot of these decks you see come to events, and you're like, man, I want to build that. And you go to your locals, and you get squashed. Why? It was built for a best of 3. Why? It was built because somebody for the meta that was going to be at that event. And that's why those decks don't do well at locals.
It always happens every time that, like, you know, in the KTM team chat when we're talking about decks and stuff, especially after our locals. Usually, what we'll do is we'll go to locals, we'll play something, and then we'll come back on the chat, and then we'll post our list or whatever and talk a little bit about, like, oh, this is what happened at locals. I played this, I played this, I played this. And at my locals, we play best of 1. You know, we don't play best of 3. And so
I think most locals play best.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
But I'll come in, I'll post my deck list, and people are just like, why do you have like this in your deck and this? And it's like, well, because I play best of 1. I know this guy runs this. I know this guy probably will run this. And I have to have an answer for it in my deck, right?
Yeah.
I can't just, like, you know, be a little greedy in game 1 and then send him in.
Absolutely. I want to see Janemba versus SS3. I think Janemba loses. Just a blue-red SS3 would do the trick. Just aggro SS3. Has the energy advantage. You can drop 2 combos turn 1. Boom, boom. Swing, swing. Double strike. What you going to do? Combo? Oh, okay. It's 2 cards out of your hand. Like,
You bonks at PPG DBS. How do you guys feel about the new Gogeta? I'm sorry, Gogeta.
the red one? I think it's great. I think it's a scary deck.
I honestly haven't had a chance to look at it too much.
Play the app.
Yeah.
Yeah, I encourage you to play the app.
Yeah.
The app, the computer that plays the Gogeta deck is actually pretty smart, and it's kind of scary. Like turn 3, there's like 4 bodies on board, and you're like, what's happening? It gets 3 of those cards back, so it gets to like thin its deck and find all its Gogeta pieces, and then all those things come back to hand, so they can fuse with them. So everything that made like Goten and Trunks' fusion kind of bad in the sense of, yeah, I can fuse with these, but I'll never play those cards because I always want them for fusion. That deck says, no, you can play us and get us back and use us to fuse. It's pretty good. And with all like the new red negates and things like that allow you to kind of extend the game, oh yeah, that 8-drop Gogeta says, yeah, I can't die, and I'm swinging for you for triple strike like every turn.
Geez, Santa's Who coming out right now. By the way, guys, I think he had to combo that hit in order to get Overwhelm for the Scientist.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
There isn't a full app, but there's a tutorial app that they've been updating.
Yes.
And we went from just being able to play Starter Crew versus Frieza. Then they allowed us to play against the Broly Green deck when the movie came out. And now they allowed you to play as the Broly Green deck against the new Gogeta deck. So I think it's signs that we are moving towards a potential full app in the future.
That'd be awesome.
I think they're just testing it that way. You know, we had a survey of Bandai asking us, like, what do you want most in an app like this? Do you want to build custom decks? Do you want to do this? And ever since that survey, we've seen 2 updates. And what's interesting, too, is when you play the Broly versus Gogeta, you start seeing effects that's never been in the app. Gogeta runs cards that have barrier. And you see that in the app, which is really cool. You know, those like more common keywords that you see in the current play as opposed to doing Starter Crew versus Golden Frieza and just seeing, like, you know, oh, I'm going to tap forward a ramp for Whis, and you know what I mean? Like,
oh, yes. Blacklight PC, nice. I would play the crap out of this online. Yeah, if this had an online client, I'm pretty sure I would have a divorce. I would live on the street.
yeah.
I would just spend all waking moment I could just playing the game.
My hour break at work, I'd be on this. Like,
there would be no work. I would just be fired. I would just be sitting outside just playing. I using my phone or just random McDonald's Wi-Fi to keep playing.
Right.
And still not be good. But I'm addicted. The game is so much fun to play. Unless you're playing against Marcus's Pan Spaceship deck, and it's just kind of you play solitaire and they just lose. But other than that,
Okay, you played a deck that's undefeated right now versus my little not full power Pan Spaceship, and I drew terrible. You know what would have fixed that, Dusty? A game where I could pick my opening hand. Crazy how that works, right? And there's one that exists, I've heard.
I heard there is.
It's pretty fun. You want to play it later? Sure. It's not Ashes. And this is striving to be the best, showing his face again. Man, I want to see Justin's face here because he doesn't have many cards in deck. I feel like maybe the early game aggression was great, but I feel like he's continuing it and it's not working. And I want to see something different happen. But we're seeing another forcing hit.
I will say that Justin's Patrick shirt is troll.
It's pretty.
For the stream, it's actually pretty awesome. It's just looks like he's looking at his board and like, nah, no.
I almost wish he played Victory Strike. If we had Victory Strike and wore that shirt, you deserve to, I don't know, to win the tournament. It's bragging.
It's bragging.
2 super combos out of the hand is huge, and then another card on top of the deck. That's a -3.
Dehan only down to 2 cards.
And Justin has a Kaba as well, but he cannot swing with it because of the striving to be the best. So that does help. Dimension Magic and maybe a Mafuba of his own. Oh no, I think it was a Trunks. Having the draw here. Forced to use the Borgo. So now if Justin draws into a Sentu of some sort, if he has any left, he has that access. Yep. I think at this point, whatever you can combo, you do. Like you just everything needs to be 25. Yep. Get that out. Get the Kaba out of your hand too, bro. Yeah, you see, this is why you should have comboed 25. No 1-card combos, or you're gonna be here forever. This is this is honestly the mistake Justin's making. At this point in the game, you've seen his hand.
Okay.
The first time, and if you knew he had that pseudo combo, you have to do 25, right? You need to get the pseudo combo out of his hand and the card he draws, or you're fighting an infinite hand.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about being able to write down what's in your opponent's hand? Do you think it's good that you're not allowed to do that, or do you think that you should be allowed to do that?
Yeah, I don't see the issue with that.
Okay, because in Dragon Ball, you're not allowed to do that.
You see, he's fighting an infinite hand. 3 attacks could have been down to 1 card. He's been fighting a 2-card hand this entire time. Finds a super combo. Because he's not comboing. And now, had he just dropped what he could on the first attack, then just hit. Yeah. You attack big once, get rid of the resources then, and they still have 4 more attacks to get through. That, I'm sorry, I'd have to say, was kind of a
misplay, you think?
A huge misplay. I want to say something else, but I want to sound rude, but a misplay for sure. I was doing that in set 2 is what I'm saying. Like,
right.
We should know this
Just
by now.
just going to hand it over.
Dang, man.